Okay, and that game is okay. We've gone back to I Love Nintendo 999. Now we're gonna get to the darkness that is Demeech, gamers. We're going back to home territory. As you guys know, I am Scarlet and Violet's biggest defender. So when he makes how Palworld destroyed Pokemon overnight, I'm expecting this to be clickbait. But I want to hear what chicanery he comes up with.
You are now watching some musty.
Palworld has exploded in popularity. We haven't seen a game reach this level of popularity since 2018. But just like with other popular games, Palworld is no stranger to a massive amount of hate and controversy. With a game like Fortnite, it felt a lot of the hate was only due to it being popular. Most of the time, you'll hear someone hates Fortnite because it's cringy. I don't like the cringy dances, it's so cringe. Rather than
actually rare Demeech W? Actually true?
And providing legitimate
also Demeech, when are we playing Fortnite?
But with Palworld, it's an entirely different story. There's been a lot of buzz around Palworld. The main thing always brought up is how similar it is to Pokemon. I wanted to find out for myself if any of these Pokeclone arguments are true. So not only did I play Palworld, but I went back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. To specify, I played Pokemon Scarlet version, but the only difference between Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the Star Legendaries, and Scarlet having a Fanta theme, while Violet is lean. But could
gamers, I'm doing a VAR. When was this come out? 2024. Gamers, I'm doing a VAR check. We're doing a VAR check. How old was the lean-related meme before Demeech made it? Because this feels like and we're getting some readings from knowyourmeme.com. The I Love Lean meme was when did this come back? This was about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Demeech. Did it just hit your timeline recently? Oh, Demeech. So this video is like, what, 10 months old? 2 years older. So what, dead meme? I think we can confirm. Dead meme, Demeech.
Could Palworld be similar enough where Game Freak takes action? Likely not, considering they didn't even bother taking action to develop their recent games.
Guys, the animation. Laugh at the animation. Guys, laugh at the animation. Guys, laugh at the animation. Laugh at it.
This is gonna be great, Charlie.
I love drinking lean. I love lean, Charlie. I love lean.
See, as you can see, this hit funny meme was made 2 years ago. Old Demeech.
We'll not only be determining if the games are very similar, but also which game is better, Pokemon Scarlet or Palworld. With that being said, it's time to fight Electabuzz with Grizzbolt and let the battle begin.
So, from someone... Okay, I don't mean to pause... You know what? Actually, I'm not going to pause the Demeech lore. Let's just watch. Okay, that was weird to me. Okay, it's just the transition slide. What I was going to say is that I did play a bit of Palworld, and it definitely seems interesting. I think the genre is just what didn't really interest me too much, the survival genre. It's never really been a genre that I'm personally too far into. Like, your Ark Survival Evolved, your Rusts. Like, these are game archetypes that generally I tend not to... Even Minecraft to some extent. I do like Minecraft, but I can only play it for, like, 1 week every, like, 2 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those games where, like... I think as a genre, I think I've come to the conclusion that the survival genre is just one that I'm not really too into, to be honest. It's more so the people I'm playing with that depend on whether I go on like a longer Minecraft arc or anything. I think with Palworld, I didn't really have like a group of people to play it with. No one else got it with me. It did have an interesting kind of like through line, like gameplay loop, should I say? But I just didn't really get me personally. So that's my personal opinion on Palworld. What does Demeech think? What does Demeech think?
The first thing you'll encounter playing a game is a visual presentation, the graphics. Do I even need to say it about Pokemon? Of course I do, because even 1 year later...
If you say people online, Demeech, I'm gonna fucking have a cow. I'm gonna have the biggest cow on planet fucking... Demeech, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare, you absolute motherfucker.
I'm in complete disbelief. The graphics of Pokemon
Okay, he didn't say people online. Okay.
Scarlet are not just bad, they are repulsive. It's the ugliest looking game I have ever played, and this is for so many reasons.
Yeah.
The textures are flat, and the environments are rudimentary. Things like the caves and mountains literally look like they were made for Conquer, because they look like doo-doo.
Yeah.
It looks truly awful. A common excuse for it is that the Switch simply can't handle open world games.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Demeech. Demeech when he's writing his scripts. Yeah. Oh, get it, man. Oh, you want more? You cheeky bastard, aren't you? Oh, and then one more star punch. That's you. That's how you look, Demeech, when you make statements like this. That's how you look. Fuck my life. Stop arguing with 12. Stop arguing with the I love Nintendo 99s of the world, okay? Stop doing that. You need to stop.
And these graphics are just to be expected. No, not true at all. The Switch can put out beautiful games, even if the hardware is weak. Pikmin 4 and Luigi's Mansion 3 instantly come to mind. But even other open world games, like The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Xenoblade Chronicles 3, look great. This is where things get interesting. Palworld is a game that's made for the significantly more powerful Xbox Series X and PC. When it comes to comparing the presentation of games on different systems, I account for the art direction. Yes, there's more power, but many Switch games can look better than Xbox Series X games. It all comes down to art direction and not just raw power. Palworld goes for a realistic style, where you're exploring forgotten islands. It's still in the beta phase, but it looks excellent. The environments are vivid and very colorful.
Hang on, can I do this one more time? One more time, please, Demeech?
Still in the beta phase.
It's still in the beta phase. I feel like you wouldn't use "is still in the beta phase" as like a plus point for Palworld unless you hated Pokemon. Because I think as anyone who's played a beta will tell you, in the modern day especially, is that most of the time the beta is the full game. Especially like I know I played a lot of like Call of Duty betas, like the Valorant beta. I played like a lot of betas for video games, and generally the beta just tends to be the full game. Really, it's just like they're trying to work out like the kinks and like balancing and what have you. So when you say, "Oh, but it's still in the beta phase," like I feel, are you saying that because like you're genuinely giving the game a bit of leeway, or are you just saying that because you want to hate Pokemon some more? I'm more inclined to believe it's the latter, if I'm being honest. I'm more inclined to believe it's the latter. Like Hello Neighbor's another example, thank you. I'm sure we could come up with loads of examples, but I'm just like, yeah, like you saying that as a plus point for Palworld is a... What phrase that with two words that begins with F can I say, gamers? Nothing's coming to me. Nothing's coming to me.
But it looks excellent. The environments are vivid and very colorful, and when I play the game, I feel immersed. It's very important for open world or large.
Are you going to talk about how like the designs are like blatant rips from like Pokemon designs or like the store-bought Unity assets? Like, you want to talk about any of that by any chance?
Games to have good graphics, be it realistic or stylized. You can't feel immersed if a game looks as nasty as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Palworld is not perfect graphically. There's still work to be done. But even as a beta, it's...
Once again, using the "but even as a beta," which again, I do not believe you, Demeech, that you would use this as an argument if you were talking about, if you weren't just trying to shit on, you know, brother, Demeech.
Light years ahead of Pokemon. Point for visual presentation goes to Palworld.
Yeah, would you know? Like for Palworld, the creatures don't feel like a part of the environment like Pokemon does, so I think the realistic environments aren't really great. I don't think Pokemon does the best job of like putting as many Pokemon as they should in like the most realistic environments as possible. Like Pokemon does a good job of it. I feel like Pokemon could do a lot better with that sort of thing. But Palworld certainly does not neither. Like I think the only reason you're giving Palworld a point for visual presentation is because it just looks higher fidelity, which is fair enough, I suppose, but I think that's the only reason. And you're also doing but it's a beta. But it's a beta, guys. It's a beta. I don't know, Demeech. A bit. It's like you're technically right by giving the visual presentation to Palworld, but it's like, we need more dry bones. That's what we need. The music and sound design. Oh man, Demeech. If you're gonna give music to Palworld, I might have some choice. There might be a pipe bomb in your mailbox when you wake up.
So much wrong with Pokemon Scarlet, but if there's one good aspect that truly stands out, it's with the sound design and music. There are some excellent songs, with some of the standouts being the Penny Battle theme, the theme for the final area, and of course the final battle, but the overall music is great, even when you're just exploring Paldea. Sound effects are also good, though not remarkable, and many open world games go for ambience, but I like when a balance is found between having ambience and music, kinda like in Super Mario Odyssey. Palworld, on the other hand, mostly goes for ambience. When I'm exploring and surviving on the beach, I like how ambient and relaxing it is. There's also music when events happen, such as when pals duke it out and the time of day changes. After playing Palworld, most of the game felt complete and competent despite it being a beta, but the sound design...
Once again, can we get like a beta count, chat? Is that like 3 times now? Can we get like a rolling count of how many times he goes, it's a beta, guys, it's a beta? It was the full game, brother. It was the full game. I don't know if you play many games on Steam, but they do this thing where they release a game in early access, but most of the time it's actually just a full game. Let's keep a rolling count, chat, all right? 3 times so far. 3 times, Jeremy.
Design and fidelity sent the reminder that I was indeed playing a beta. The sound
4 times.
effects and music are oddly compressed, to the point where it sounds like a Nintendo DS game. This is apparently only an issue on the Xbox Series S.
Oh, it's been resolved with an update. Nice.
And X, and I'm sure it's gonna get fixed for the final version. But even if the audio wasn't compressed and sounded perfect, I still would give the point for music and sound design to Pokemon Scarlet. Point for music and sound design goes to Pokemon Scarlet. Savor those points, Pokemon. You're gonna need them.
What was the point of making this video, Demeech? If you're already this very blatantly biased, what was the point of making this video? Can you just make a video like praising Palworld and calling it a day? Like, you could have made that video, but if it was like, oh, Pokemon, you get this point now, but just wait until later. It's like, what's the point of this? What's the point of this video, bro? Like, I think it's all fine for us to have bias. I think every person has biases, but when it's just this blatantly on show, I'm just like, to trash on Pokemon. Okay, thank you, Spongy. My bad. Sorry. He made a funny error. Yeah, he repeated. I had a dementia moment there. Hang on.
Even if the audio wasn't compressed and sounded perfect, I still would give the point for music and sound design to Pokemon Scarlet.
Can you repeat that again, Demeech?
Point for music and sound design goes to Pokemon Scarlet.
Thank you. I'm glad you emphasized that.
Savor those points, Pokemon. You're gonna need them. The most important meal of the day isn't breakfast, it's serving it up Gary's way. Just like how the most important part of a game is the gameplay. Pokemon Scarlet and Palworld have similar concepts in terms of gameplay. Both games are large in scope, with vast areas to explore. Pokemon Scarlet even claims to be open world. Considering the jump to consoles, an open world Pokemon game has been something desired by fans for many years, and
the intentional level order, right, the Demeech.
Pokemon is a game that is a perfect candidate to go open world. We saw a bit of it with Legends Arceus, but Pokemon Scarlet claimed to
Also, he pronounces it Arceus instead of Arceus. El Demeech.
be the first true open world Pokemon experience. What Pokemon Scarlet has is an idea and a blueprint. There are some fun elements. I like exploring and seeing Pokemon in the wild, but the execution is beyond terrible. The performance of Pokemon Scarlet is hands down the worst for a Nintendo game of all time, and one of the worst
Frame
I've
drops, guys.
ever seen in gaming, period.
One of the worst ever in gaming. Was the performance of Scarlet and Violet bad? Yes. Do you have to be hyperbolic though, Demeech? It makes your overall point just seem a bit watered down.
If Pokemon wasn't tied to a series with deep-rooted nostalgia or brand recognition, I guarantee you it would be ranked amongst games like Cyberpunk 2077 in terms of how awful the performance truly is.
Do you know how bad Cyberpunk... Guys, just do a little bit of research. So I'm not going to let you get away with this one, Demeech, because yes, I'm never going to concede that point. Scarlet and Violet performance was bad. Do you know how bad Cyberpunk was when it came out? Do you know like how bad this shit was? Like Pokemon, like the worst I got in Pokemon I played it was frame drops. Like I think 1 or 2 times I clipped through the floor. Like don't get me wrong. Inexcusable. I'm never going to defend it, but it had shit like half the time the game didn't even fucking work properly when it came to Cyberpunk. It was like atrocious across the board. It was like an absolute gaming disaster. The amount of glitches you could find in this fucking game was unreal, like unbelievably unreal. So it's like, can we like, there's like any huge ones in this one? The glass is stripped. Did anything like that happen when you played Pokemon? You just hit a thing and you got sent flying. Look at this shit. What's happening here, brother?
What?
I'm extremely excited to play Cyberpunk now because they finally patched out all the shit bugs, but this was horrible at launch. This was atrocious, lads. Can we get like one more big one? Look what's happening. Like he already choked the guy, but an invisible choking animation? And he got sent from... And he just dies. He got sick. He choked out an invisible guy, got sent flying, went through a wall, and then took full damage. This game, I'm telling you guys, this video is not doing it justice. If you look for Cyberpunk glitches, you will find a treasure trove. Wasn't there one with Vinny, like our goat Vinny Vine Source? I think he found a couple when he was playing it. I think he did. We can get our goat Vinny as well. He was just like naturally playing the game. Look at this, nice pole dancing, right guys? Nice pole dancing.
For a few reasons. There are people who say cyberpsychosis can...
Just clipped right into him.
Do not eat from unlabeled cans.
Oh yeah, all the graphics just vibrating. Oh, that was a bad one. I saw a lot of people complaining about this. Vibrating graphics. Look, everything's just vibrating. I don't know if it comes up properly on the stream, but everything's just shaking left and right constantly.
Come on.
Look, you see that shit? Everything was doing that.
City of endless opportunity and brotherly hate. Don't forget to let Dex know.
Yeah, so in short, this was just atrocious at launch. So don't let Demeech gaslight you when he says this was worse than like the worst thing of all time. Because was it shit? Yes. It was not Cyberpunk shit. Don't let him gaslight you. He was lying.
But the thing is, Cyberpunk got fixed. Pokemon never did, and probably never will.
After some patches, the frame drops aren't nearly as bad. Going to 11C and now versus going to 11C at launch, it's night and day. Is it still atrocious at times? Yes, but like it got patched a little. Come on now.
Paid DLC was deemed
Come on
more
now.
important than making a functional video game. It's beyond terrible.
It's
and
like you're right, but like you're just being a... What was that Reddit comment? Do you know what I mean? He's right, but he's an arsehole. I'm just like...
hands
brother.
down the most notorious aspect of the game. But let's bar the performance and look at the actual gameplay. Because if you ignore the game's problems, then it's amazing. Maybe if I don't play it, it's amazing.
I mean, at least he's not boxing shadows. He's boxing nerdy McNerdface. Oh, Demeech.
Problems, then it's amazing. Maybe if I don't play it, it's amazing. The thing is, Even without the performance issues, the gameplay is beyond broken. In an open world game, the idea is being able to take your own path and choose your own adventure, but there's no level scale.
Also, DreamWorks face? What the? Why does she look like Megamind? Why does she look like Megamind though? Shit. All right, Game Freak. I didn't know you were freaky like that.
Whatsoever in Pokemon Scarlet, meaning there's a specific path that the game essentially requires you to go on. You can go slightly out of order, but nothing to the point of it being actually open world. Part of the fun is catching Pokemon and battling them. For an open world game, those two aspects should be streamlined. We saw it in Legends Arceus with the catching mechanic and real-time battling, but in Scarlet, catching Pokemon is the same as it was in prior games. It's not intuitive, and it was a huge disappointment the catching mechanic from Legends Arceus didn't return. Yet again,
for me, it's one of those things where would I have been happy if they kept the style of catching from Legends Arceus? Yes. But I'm also not like horribly upset about it. It's one of those ones personally. So if you hate it a bit more, fair, I suppose, Demeech. Fair enough.
Pokemon Scarlet was released not even a year after, with a development time of about, what, 5 minutes? You're bound to
5 minutes. Oh. Where's that gif of the guy writing and the pen goes on fire? That's how Demeech felt writing that line in the script.
About some good mechanics due to time constraints, let alone a functional video game. It fails to deliver on being open world, and even as a game itself, it's too easy. Auto-battling just...
Wow, guys, can you believe it, gamers? The game marketed to children is easy. What a criticism, Demeech. What a criticism. Jesus. Guys, did you know, chat? Did you know Mario games are easy? Did you guys know this? Did you guys know this? No way. That's crazy.
Requires spamming the attack button, and a third of the game consists of these mindless auto battles. The gym battles are also utter garbage, consisting of mind-numbingly easy minigames. One is DDR you can't lose, and the Sunflora hide-and-seek game causes the frame rate to go into further hiding.
Yeah, but you're not wrong. I mean, yeah, the Sunflora one, as I said before, it was shit. The DDR thing was charming, okay? I just stand by the fact that was charming. And also, I think one of the most charming gym trials was the fucking, was it the bidding one? Iono's one was quite charming as well. Like, Iona, if you don't know, she's like this gym leader who's a bit of a streamer, like a bit of like a popular streamer. So you end up like joining her live stream and playing some like funny little games with her, like hide and seek sort of games with her. And I thought, listen, that was charming, okay? It was, I'm going to say the C word. C word musty. It was charming, okay? Leave me alone.
Pokemon Scarlet is most notorious for its putrid graphics and awful performance, but even as a game itself, it's designed incredibly poorly and misses the entire point of being open world. More like broken world, am I right? Palworld, on the other hand...
How Demeech felt writing that. This is gonna do numbers. This is gonna do numbers on Vine. One more time, Demeech, one more time.
Open world. More like broken world, am I right? Palworld, on the other hand, does have open world elements, but the game itself is a completely different genre. It's a survival game.
If it's a completely different genre, what are you doing comparing the two then, Demeech? Seems like a flawed comparison.
Main goal is to just
Hold
survive.
up, this writing
like if
fire.
You're living in the city, you know
Hold
you
up.
have to survive
Hold up,
and
this
keep
writing
that
fire.
dream alive. Palworld is often claimed to just be Pokemon with guns. You'll see Kotaku articles stating Pokemon with guns got a new update. Yet again, it's a Kotaku article, so any amount of intelligence, out the window.
Could we do like a Demeech bingo card? Can we get like a bingo space which is talks about gaming journalists? Could we... Demeech, listen, I know Demeech, okay? I know Kotaku shit. You know Kotaku shit, okay? Are you ready? Listen, I get it, okay? I get it, okay? A little bit of pandering to the crowd, it works. I'll do it right now. Guys. Mario Kart Wii. Thank you, guys. Mario Kart 7, underrated gem. Thank you so guys. Jamboree stream. I can panda too, okay? It's kind of fun, I know, but gotta do better than that, Demeech, okay? You got gaming journalists in the big 2024 as well. Thank you for the party reactions. I saw that, guys. I saw the party react. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Nintendo. Awata era, Reggie era Nintendo. Weren't they so quirky back then? I've played Metroid.
Yet again, it's a Kotaku article, so any amount of intelligence, out the window. But the fact of the matter is, there is way more to the game beyond just the PAL catching and weapons. Considering it's a survival game, you'll mainly be setting up a shelter, making food, and staying warm. There's a lot of crafting involved, and you're going to have to learn how to manage resources. You'll need to gather up materials such as stones, wood, and paldium fragments to build tools, structures, and most importantly, the PAL spheres. This is where the Pokemon similarities begin. Creatures known as PALs inhabit the world, just like Pokemon do in their respective regions. Similar to Pokemon, you can battle and catch the PALs.
Really?
All the battling takes place in real time.
Hello, Chili Green.
None of it is turn-based, which is way more suitable for an open-world game. The way you catch PALs is very similar to Legends Arceus. Just throw a PAL sphere as if it were a Pokeball, and you'll be able to catch the PALs. You also get to know the odds of catching a PAL, and you can increase these odds by battling and lowering their health. You can do this with a PAL battling automatically, or could fight the PAL yourself. Be careful though, because unlike Pokemon, PALs actually die. Sometimes...
Oh, guys, it's so edgy, guys. It's so edgy. The PALs die. Yes. I love it when things die. It's the important, guys. Pokemon die. They die, yes. I like that bit because it appeals to my grown-up sensibilities. Have you played God of War, Demeech?
It's beneficial to take out the PALs. You're gonna need to get some Rush Roar or chickpea meat to prevent you and your team from starving. Or you could just eat berries. But battling and catching PALs is way more fleshed out and way more fun than it is in Pokemon Scarlet.
Or maybe, alternatively, Demeech, the gameplay loop of Pokemon is one that you're so familiar with and hasn't really advanced in the way you'd probably like, that playing an alternate take just feels really, really refreshing. Wow, Demeech, it's almost as if you've kind of had your natural endpoint of Pokemon and you can just play other games now. Crazy. It's almost as if this is the same conclusion I reached with Call of Duty when I realized this style of arcadey shooter wasn't for me, and I played shooters that were more interesting to me, like Rainbow Six Siege, where like instead of killing 20 people in Call of Duty and it not mattering, getting one kill in Rainbow Six is a genuinely good way of changing the tide of battle. I wanted my kills to matter more, so I played a game that was more attuned to my sensibilities as opposed to wanting a series that I've been playing a lot to change. Wow. Crazy. Crazy, Demeech. Crazy stuff. It's almost like he's like close to it, chat. He's close to realizing in real time that maybe you should play a different series. Maybe.
Palworld also brings in much more interactivity with your pals. Not only can they battle, but they can also work for you. They are able to collect resources, help speed up the process of crafting, and best of all, you can ride some of them. You can use their attacks for some quick resource gathering. If you need rocks, use Rush Roar's charge attack into a boulder, and you're golden. There's always something going on in Palworld without a dull moment. You're gonna need to make sure you and your pals are kept healthy, not hungry, and prepared for anything. Sometimes, a pack of hungry pals will swarm your base, and other times, you'll have to fight off Syndicate thugs. Believe it or not, you can actually capture humans. Palworld can either be relaxing or extremely engaging.
So what, you endorse slavery, Demeech? Is that what you're saying? You endorse slavery, Demeech? You're slavery endorser. I don't know, Demeech, it seems a bit... It's a bit strange, Demeech. It's a bit strange.
On what's going on. Outside the pals, that's where the similarities to Pokemon Scarlet end, because Palworld I can best describe as a combination of Fortnite, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and Pokemon.
Fortnite? I mean, are you like one of 7 people that had saved the world? Or is it because of the pickaxe swinging animation kind of looks like the Fortnite one, so he's thinking it's Fortnite? Also, grass equals Breath of the Wild, guys. Breath of the Wild. It has guns, so Fortnite? Good lord, is that really it? Palworld is good. No, Licious, you're wrong. You're wrong, okay? You're on the wrong side of history. Palworld is bad, okay? It's got AI.
excellent blend, and I've been having an amazing time playing it. I won't deny, the game is far from perfect. Remember,
Really?
it's still in beta, and I've been
How many guys? 5? Is that 5 times now? Is that 5 times now? 5 betas, 1 slavery advocacy. I can't believe that.
encountered some glitches. There's still a lot of poppin' as well, but despite everything, it's light years more competent than Pokemon Scarlet ever was or ever will be. It needs more time to cook to become truly phenomenal, but as it stands, it's what I'd love to see from modern Pokemon games, and then some. The point for gameplay goes to Palworld, and it's not even close.
It's not even close, huh? Crazy. Story, wow. What? Let's see what he says, huh? I actually don't know the story of Palworld, so I don't know. Is it actually got a compelling... Silly, tell us. Silicious, tell us. Has it got a compelling story?
The next category is one I wasn't sure to include, but since story is indeed a reason why people play Pokemon, I'm going to include it. In Palworld, there's pretty much no story. You're placed on a deserted land and have to fend for yourself, so it's pretty much like creating your own adventure. But in terms of characters and lore, you're not going to get much of that with Palworld. Pokemon Scarlet, on the other hand, actually does have a strength. Not only its incredibly foul odor and bleach to the eyes, but the story is actually good.
Whoa.
There are 3 main plot points.
He's capable of giving compliments? Oh my god.
And a final one tying everything together. One is your typical Become the Champion story, and another one involves a tale of school bullying, making the misfit Pokemon trainers become the degenerates running Team Star. But the strongest story is Arvin and Mamosif's plot.
It reminds me of Skunky, that's why.
Relatable
His pet little
story,
hamster.
and genuinely had some impactful and emotional moments. And the conclusion for the story is one I still remember and is very impactful. Pokemon Scarlet has a ton of problems, but story simply isn't one of them. Point for story goes to Pokemon Scarlet, but the thing is, a game doesn't need a story in order to be a great time.
Oh, here we go, yeah, see, exactly, here we go. Gotta make sure we immediately load in the bad, okay? Or I'll give it this point for Scarlet, but it doesn't need it though. It doesn't need it. Okay, just to remind you, it doesn't need it to be good though, okay? Classic Demeech.
With an RPG, yeah, you definitely need one, but for something like Palworld, the lack of a story didn't negatively impact my experience at all. It's just for those wanting a story.
Content, huh?
For our final category, we're getting into content and value. Most gaming journalists never account for the price.
Okay, how many is that, like twice now, gaming journalists? So we've got 5 betas, 2 gaming journalists.
Of a game, and if it's a good value. Pokemon Scarlet is $60 for the base game. Palworld, on the other hand, is $30. Now the thing is, a game simply costing less doesn't inherently make it a better value. I would much rather prefer to pay $60 for Super Mario Bros. Wonder over $40 or even $30 for Sonic Superstars. But let's analyze Pokemon Scarlet and see if it was worth the $60. The game itself takes about 30 hours to beat. There's a good amount of content.
Guys, do you guys miss I Love Nintendo 1999? Do you guys I miss him. I miss him so much.
So it's not unfinished in the sense of being a skeleton of a game like Mario Strikers Battle League. But the thing is, was the
obviously Strikers Battle League mention?
Content itself enjoyable? Of course not! What else has the rest of the video said? I'll give Pokemon Scarlet this. There were fun moments, and I could at least understand and like the open world direction, but I'm judging it based on the majority of my experience, and these fun moments were completely over.
Hours equals value is actually one of my least favorite shallow critiques. It's got to be up there, right? Like ranking every shallow critique. It's got to be up there with Sonic had a rough transition into 3D, right? It has to be up there. Because I'm just like, I would rather play like an amazing game that was 5 hours long than a good game that was 20 hours long. Because one's going to stick with me way more. Like, what are we doing here, Demeech? Okay. Like, and the worst part is like, we're not children anymore, Demeech. Unfortunately, you're grown, right? I Love Nintendo 1999 is dead, and Demeech was born. In the same way that I don't remember what Sir Palkia is dead, and Sir Musty came alive. Okay, we both shed our pasts, right? Time is a lot more valuable to us because we don't have an infinite hours of the day anymore like we did when we were children. So surely you value a more consistent experience than one that's just longer, right? Surely, Demeech, surely.
Foreshadowed, but just how miserable the overall experience was.
Do you think Demeech thinks Undertale is bad because you can beat that game in like what 10 hours? Like less than that even? Do you think so? Do you think he thinks it's bad, chat?
I'd often ask myself, why am I even playing this? Even with a game like Nintendo Switch Sports.
Obligatory Switch Sports mention?
I was playing that to see how ugly the sports mates were. As someone who's enjoyed the first 7 generations of Pokemon, It's Pokemon wasn't enough for me to even want to go back to the game after I beat it. It legitimately was the final nail in the coffin when it came to Pokemon for me. And that's saying a lot after Pokemon Sword and Shield. I thought there was hope after Pokemon Legends Arceus, but I guess not. To top it off, it's $60 for just the base game, because it got $35 paid DLC.
Guys, DLC, could you believe that shit? I can't believe a game that released gave me post-game content. I can't chat. I can't believe this. In the big 2020... And coming from Minister Chicken, and guess what? It was good. Yeah, I fucking loved the DLC, okay? I loved it. It was great.
So if you want to be a completionist, and with...
Oh, here it comes. If you want to be a completionist? Gerard, the completion... Oh, my. Hang on, I didn't link the stream in the Discord, did I? Oh, no.
Hold your sanity just like you would withhold donations. You're looking at a whopping $95 for the full experience. I refuse to get the DLC. It sends a message that games like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are acceptable, and I'll shell out another $35 for even more of a broken game. Nothing was ever fixed, and the DLC manages to run even worse. Simply put, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are not a good value. All you're getting is an idea for an open world Pokemon game with awful execution.
Also, hang on. Can I go back a little? Oh, my bad. I was linking it in the Discord. Hang on.
Game. Nothing was ever fixed, and the DLC
Shut up, Tiago.
manages to run even worse. Simply put, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are not a good value. All you're getting is an idea for an open world Pokemon game with awful execution and
Again, what? How do you? What? It's the hours equals value thing. Oh man. Oh, Demeech. Who gets to decide value, Demeech? Do you really think it's not that valuable? What makes you say that, Demeech? Can you get into that a bit more? I don't know. I don't think he's gonna.
inexcusable performance and graphics. For $5 less than the cost of the DLC alone for Pokemon Scarlet, you get not only 3.5 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch in
3.5 boxes of Cinnamon Toast Crunch!
New York City, but Palworld. That's right, it's only $30.
Are you trying to... Like, is this a critique of Scarlet Valley just selling Palworld to us? Like, what's happening right now? Guys, instead of buying the DLC for Scarlet Valley for the low price of 3.5 bucks of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you can get an extra run of Palworld. I'm just like, is this an ad? They're not paying you, little bro. Hang on, let's see. Is there hashtag ad in this? There is no hashtag ad in the description, right? So you're not being paid. And if you are, that's actually against the law. So you gotta be careful with that. You gotta hide that money in a Swiss bank account, brother. All right, you gotta be careful.
Be fair, it's sold as an early access game, but I can't imagine
I'm counting that as him saying beta. So that's what, 6?
jumping to
On the 6th day of Christmas, Demeech gave to me 6 beta mentions, 5 journalists, for Demeech's fury. What's the 3, chat? Give me the rest. Finish the song for me.
anything beyond $30, considering it's already set a precedent. Unlike Pokemon Scarlet, it's an open-world survival sandbox game, meaning that it's not a game you just beat. Technically, you can uncover 100% of the map, beat all the PAL bosses, and catch every PAL, but it's a game you can easily sink hundreds of hours into.
3 boxes. What's like the partridge in a pear tree? That's what we need to know.
And that's just with the beta alone.
Arend my ninja. And I don't know from Alpha Eagle. How do you know the DLC performs worse if you've not played it? That's actually a very good question, Arend Alpha Eagle. It's almost as if this was a secret sponsored video. And a slavery in a pear tree. Oh, man.
It's going to be continuously updated with new bosses, areas to explore, and likely new pals. If you know anything about me, you'll know very well I do not like when games are released unfinished, then get finished later.
One segment. Hang on. So what's the song going to be? So it's 6 beta mentions, 5 journalists, 4 PD mentions, 3 cereal boxes. We need to, guys, give me the lyrics. We need to get the lyrics, okay? We need the lyrics.
There's an exception to that rule. If a game is designed to be an ongoing game like Minecraft or Fortnite, I have no problem with it, and it makes sense. I do prefer to have 100% of the game just at release date.
2 angry tangents, that's a good one.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder, now that's my cup of tea. But the thing is, Palworld does not lack content. There is a lot to do. It can only get better from here. And it's just designed differently than a standard game. Playing Pokemon Scarlet was an experience that consisted of brief and sporadic moments of delight, but mostly was frustrating and not fun. Palworld, on the other hand, while not perfect, has been an absolute blast. The most important thing a game should be is fun, and Palworld delivers on being fun and engaging. Not only is it more fun, but there's even more to do in terms of content. Point for content goes to Palworld.
Wow, shocker, guys. Shocker. Fucking Palworld 1. What the hell? No way. Oh, man.
Pokemon Scarlet managed to win the categories of music and story, where Palworld won the categories of visual presentation, gameplay, and content. You might be a little surprised Pokemon Scarlet wasn't completely annihilated by Palworld. However,
I love how this, I love how he has this. Demeech, why are you, what I don't get is that why are you pretending like you're neutral? Like, he does these moments where he pretends he's being neutral, like this,
gameplay, and content. You might be a little surprised Pokemon Scarlet wasn't completely annihilated by Palworld.
Demeech, what's the... So what was the... So you... I don't even know... Where do I start with this? So it's like you already knew that people would assume that you would hate Pokemon. So what's the point of you making this video then? If you already knew that not only were you extremely biased to the point where you could not give Pokemon its time of day, and you knew that the people would know that, where was the value in this? They were like, in fact, hang on, there you go. You've wasted 90 minutes of my time, and hours equals value. So this was not a valuable video, Demeech. What's the point of this? What's going on here, Demeech? It just feels like, instead of you praising Power, it just feels like you just want to shit on Pokemon, bro. What's the point? Demeech, brother, help me help you, Demeech, okay? If you like Power, that's fine, okay? Like, Solucious in the chat, he likes Palworld. Like, I've seen him play it a lot. But he doesn't shit on Pokemon. If he did, I'd beat him up, okay? I'd beat him up. I don't get it, man. At least we know he has, and this guy gets more game than me. Shut up, silly. Listen, stop being, listen,
However, Palworld still reigns supreme and is the winner of this Trash or Treasure Battle Royale. Palworld is exactly what I've been looking for in terms of an open world Pokemon experience and then some. But honestly, not only was this battle to showcase just how much better Palworld is in Pokemon, but also to showcase that it's way more than just Pokemon with guns. It's a different experience, and it's
just way more than Pokemon with guns. It's way more, guys. It's really in depth. It's crazy, guys. Thank you so much, Mario, for the £4. My favorite currency. Now for the Gen 10 blind hate review. But I'll put a pin in that Mario Adventure game because there's some. The Demeech situation is actually crazy. We'll talk about that later. Don't worry.
Might not have aspects like story that Pokemon fans might want. Story was never a big concern for me, so it wasn't a big deal. But the gameplay itself just has elements of Pokemon, but definitely is a nice blend of open world and survival games.
Are you going to talk about how like some of the designs from Palworld are like just blatant, like almost the copies? Doesn't want to talk about that? No. No.
But before wrapping up this episode, there are a few questions in mind about Palworld. Is it a Pokemon ripoff? In terms of gameplay, no, it's not. It's a different gameplay experience, and while there are similarities, it's not the same game.
Wow, Demeech, well done. Wow. It's not the same. Wow, what amazing observation. It's almost as if when people online say it's Pokemon with guns, they're simply using that as a shorthand to describe it and not as an actual comparison. Like, it's like when people say, Demeech is like the kind of guy who goes, when people say, oh, this thing is the Dark Souls of like platformers, and then Demeech goes, well, I played it, it's actually not like Dark Souls at all. It's like, yeah, no shit, dipshit. It was just an easy way to compare the two games because there's some similarities. It's not a literal comparison, Demeech. People are being like a bit hyperbolic. It's like when people say Sir Musty is the Dark Souls of streamers, you know? It's just a comparison. I'm nothing like Dark Souls. I'm a baby gamer, okay? I play games on easy mode now.
In terms of the PAL designs themselves,
Oh.
yeah, a lot of them look very similar to Pokemon.
Is that not something you're concerned about? Thievery? AI Demeech? Are you not concerned?
I'm not going to be like, there is no Pokemon inspiration at all, not a chance, and make up some philosophical answer, because yeah, PALs do look similar to Pokemon, but here's what I don't get.
Okay.
Why is Palworld under such scrutiny for being derivative of Pokemon designs and being claimed to be nothing more than a ripoff? Think of it this way.
Because on the surface level, it looks like a ripoff. Yeah, like on first glance, you would look at Palworld and think it's a ripoff. That's why. That is why people are making the comparison. Like, genius. When you look beneath the surface, there's a bit more. Yeah. You're doing the people online thing. Like, what I think one of the advantages of being an online critic to me, one of the advantages that you have with the platform that you have, is that when people give you the surface level take, you as the critic can give people the more a deep dive take, whether it's like a super deep dive, whether it's like a moderate deep dive. That's the advantage that you have. So it's like, why are you complaining that everyone has the surface level? That's like to be expected. Does that make sense? Like when people say, like for example, the perfect example is when people complain about IGN giving Brothership a 5, right? It's your job as the critic now to play the game and go, okay, is it actually 5 worthy? But in that, if you made that hypothetical Brothership video and you spent a good chunk of the video going, I don't know why IGN give this one. This is wrong. Why would people? It's like, no, do your job, Demeech. Put the fries in the bag, okay? Put the fries in the bag, brother. Okay, that's your job. The internet is always going to be the internet. Why are you complaining that the internet is the internet, Demeech? They're always going to be a bit exaggeratory. They're always going to say it's Pokemon with guns. That's how it is, Demeech. You've been on the internet. We have documented proof, Demeech. You've been on the internet for 12 years, Demeech. You know what they're like. I know what they're like. I've been on this platform for long. I've been browsing the internet for like 15 years, brother. I know what it's like. Everyone's going to exaggerate. So why are you complaining that people are exaggerating? Brother, what's happening here? On the first day of Demeechmas, on the first day of December, Demeech he gave to me one segment of Demeech's fury.
So many popular series and products are borderline ripoffs, or just straight up ripoffs. Look at most of Pepsi's soda.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, if anything, Demeech, you're proving the point even more. On the surface level, yes, Family Guy does look like a Simpsons ripoff. But then when you dig beneath the surface, you think, oh, there's actually a lot more to it. Pepsi on the surface level, yeah, is a ripoff Coke. When you taste them, you realize that Pepsi's a lot more sweet, and I don't really like it, actually. So it's like, yes, the internet's going to do what the internet... Oh, fucking... What's the point of this?
Pepsi is equivalent to Coca-Cola. Starry, Sprite. Crush, Fanta. The only original one they have is Mountain Dew in its flavors. I will admit, Pepsi excels the most when they have their own original sodas. My favorite is Pepsi Blue.
So I'm just looking at it. We'll save looking at the chat replay for after.
which came back in 2021, but unfortunately isn't a permanent flavor. Usually this is where I would say like, comment, and subscribe, but all I want is you to say bring back Pepsi Blue. What it is a fusion of berry and cola. It's two ideas that have been done before, but when they're blended together, it creates a soda that's one of the best ever made, and Palworld can be seen as such. Though I will admit, definitely not one of the best games of all time, at least yet. A blending of established ideas to make something that's new and a fun experience. I think part of Palworld's popularity has to do with just how crappy modern Pokemon games have been. You didn't see Pac-Man.
I would say the popularity of Palworld is the fact that it was just an easy dunk. I don't think Palworld, if you took the the Pokemon style looking creatures away from Palworld, it wouldn't have gained nearly as much popularity. I think it's just it was just this big headline, yes, Pokemon with guns. It was kind of like provocative in that degree, you know? And it's what... Thank you, Cosmo, for that. Musty's literally just Doug. I am Doug. Where we answer questions that no one asked. Well, I don't know how his intro used to go. I'm gonna be a bell pepper. Can I get the Doug icon instead of my face cam, please?
Fans go ballistic with the countless
Can I watch a Demeech video but compare it to food? Can I do that?
Casey Munchkin releasing throughout the 80s. You didn't see Mario fans go berserk when a game like Big TV Mary Bar was released. Because it's clear the original Pac-Man and Mario are kings, and these bootlegs were nothing more than a joke. Hence why some of the fanboys hate Palworld with a burning passion.
Fanboy in 2024, Demeech, I'm disappointed in you.
If Palworld was just a vanilla Pokemon ripoff, nobody would be playing and discussing it like they have been. But another aspect is that Palworld was developed by a small indie studio with a budget of $7 million, yet developed a game that Pokemon fans have desired for years. It makes a statement about just how awful Pokemon games have become. You look at Pokemon Scarlet, and it's unbelievable and embarrassing that it's part of the highest grossing media franchise in
Oh, guys, he said highest grossing media. Guys, laugh. Laugh, guys. Laugh, thank you. He said highest grossing media franchise, guys. Like and subscribe.
existence. Many have lost hope or just became apathetic that Pokemon is just destined to be lazy and rushed because the games will
So I wonder if I asked Demeech, hang on. I'm actually very, very curious. If I asked Demeech, hey, do you know like people that are like really, really rich? He'd be like, yeah, what about it? Do you think that they can also be like really depressed? Like really, really, really depressed? He'd be like, well, yeah, of course. So is it also stand to reason that something that earns a lot of money maybe doesn't have the same money coming back in the way you'd probably want to? You know, in the same way that someone who's really, really rich and has it all might not be that happy. You think maybe there's a bit of like, I'm on the right track or something? Like, do you think there's a bit of a comparison that can be made there, Demeech? Do you think maybe the higher ups just don't give Pokemon the funding it deserves? Like, maybe, like, is there like something? Are two brain cells clicking there, Demeech? Maybe?
Oh, well, regardless, I don't think Pokemon is too big to fail. Personally,
I think it is.
I never want to play a modern Pokemon game again after playing Scarlet. They have a lot to prove for future games, and I'm not the only one who feels that way.
You're not, but I feel the opposite way.
And now with Palworld, many fans who wanted their Pokemon fix have moved on to it. If anything, I hope this is the fire that finally encourages Nintendo and Game Freak to try harder with Pokemon.
It's not going to be, Demeech. I think that's an extreme stretch. Firstly, you're making the strange comparison that people playing Pokemon also wanted something like this, which is there a segment is there a segment of Pokemon fans who are a bit disillusioned with Pokemon that wanted a game like, who wants that bit of competition? Yes, but the implication is that they want something like this, which maybe they don't. Like, if anything, I'm maybe that kind of person. I do like where Pokemon's going now, but I would love it for there to be another game that gives Pokemon a run for its money. I don't think a survival genre is the way to go for me personally, and I'm not really too interested in what Palworld is. But I welcome the competition. It's just a shame that the designs are so very clearly ripped off. You know, that it makes it a bit strange. It's a bit strange to support it, honestly. But what I think the section of the fan base that you think are people like you're a lot smaller than you think you are, Demeech. Like, you just are. I think that's just a fact of the matter. I think someone in the Reddit comments, they were being cringe about it, but they said, oh, I don't know why Demeech is so upset. He thinks that by being angry, he can change anything. And while I thought that was cringe, I think that if you are upset with the way something is going, I think you have every right to voice on the internet. I think you should. I think it encourages, that sort of like discourse should be encouraged. But I think the way you go about it, Demeech, it's just, I don't really like it. I'm not really a big fan, Demeech. I know that's the worst part. In principle, I like what you do. I like the fact that you're willing to take Nintendo to task. There should always be people who take companies to task and like talk about these sorts of things. Like, people like you should exist. You should exist, Demeech. It's a shame you killed I Love Nintendo 999 to exist, but people like you should exist, and your critiques of Nintendo should be lauded for that. But it's the fact that whenever you do, it just seems like you either make the most rudimentary criticisms possible, you don't hone in on the things that matter, and then when you do it in such a Demeech coded way that it becomes almost hard to recommend you to anyone. And maybe it's a combination of those three things is why your channel is stagnated. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just punching straws. But I'm certainly punching my bank account. Let's go. Next time we do a Demeech reaction, I'm grabbing a piece of paper and making a bingo for myself. You should though. We should, honestly. Oh man, if anything, I think a lot of the vocal fanboys would prefer the franchise returning to something closer than Gen 3 or 5. Yes. See, that's the thing, Demeech, right? If Palworld was something closer to Gen 3 to 5 era Pokemon, oh yeah, my god. My fucking god. I've always said this and I'll maintain this. I would love it if Pokemon did the Octopath Traveler style art style. You know, like a 2.5D sort of art style. Like, if they did that, that would be, I would love a Pokemon game in that style. I would absolutely love it. But something like this does not intrigue me as like someone who still does like Pokemon. So when you say that, Demeech, it's like, you're not wrong. There is probably a sect of Pokemon fans just like you, but I think the sliver of the pie is a lot smaller than you think it is. Let's put it that way. I love Pokemon, and I wouldn't want Palworld for the series at all. I think it's a fun enough game, but she says they're not even that similar. Yeah, pretty much. I'm not really big on survival games, so I wouldn't really, Demeech, I'm gonna be honest. I just wouldn't.
But the final question...
People really said they brought back Mega Evolutions because of Palworld. And you keep telling yourselves that, lads. You keep telling yourselves that.
Is Palworld just filling the need for a good new Pokemon-style experience? Or does it stand on its own? Is it just a novelty? And will it stay relevant? There's definitely a novelty...
The fact that, like, I'm not really seeing a lot of discourse about it now... shows that, yeah, maybe the buzz for it has kind of died down, huh? Maybe the narrative about saying it was a Pokemon killer was kind of fun at the time, but now everyone's moved on. It's a bit like what's it? I think the media and everyone did the same thing to this game as the Sonic Generations guys did it with the Sonic X Shadow Generations things. All the woke candies, all the anti-woke candies came in and said, "Oh, they changed up all the cutscenes in Generations. They made Amy less crazy. And they're the worst." They've already moved on to something else. I don't care anymore. The same with the power. It's Pokemon with guns. It's amazing now. It's good. Whoa, what's that shiny thing over there now? The fact that I don't think you've done another video since on Palworld, I think kind of says that, really. That you don't really care about this game as much as you thought you did. Like, even with the lawsuits, no one cares. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy.
Edgy. You're never gonna get that with Pokemon. Even diehard fans.
Oh, hang on. One more time, Demeech?
Novelty for it being edgy. And will it stay relevant? There's definitely a novelty for it being edgy. You're never gonna get that.
He just, bro, he really is just the Shadow of the Hedgehog. He just wants Shadow the Hedgehog for Pokemon, doesn't he? That's just all he wants. He's just like, hang on, where's the... that's all he wants. He just wants, like, yeah, I like Pokemon. I like Pokemon guns, guys. I'm Demeech. It's so edgy. I like that it has guns now. Yes, I am him, guys. I am him. Yes. Ow, the edge. I want to be riding on a bike around the city. Yes, as evil Pokemon destroy. Yes, that is what I want. This is the world that Demeech wants for Pokemon. This is the world he wants, guys. This is the world he wants. Now let's be clear. TRNGF, a Dark Zone for Pokemon would unironically go hard. True. I think Pokemon doing a Dark Zone would be kind of interesting. But this is the world that Demeech wants. This is the world he wants. He doesn't want just... He doesn't want maybe they lean into the more darker side of Pokemon, you know, maybe, you know, because like some of the Pokemon descriptions, especially in the Pokedex, can get really fucking dark. Maybe they lean a bit more into that with the next Legends game. I would love so, but no, he chose Edge. He chose Edge. Yes. I want guns. I want build destruction. This is what I want. I want to be standing on the rubble. I want to be shooting things. Can we get that? I'm just listening to the song now. I'm not gonna. Yeah, look, he's so angry. This is Demeech. This is Demeech's fury. I am Audi. He's dead. This is all the old Pokemon fans are dead. That's the future Demeech wants, gamers. Like and subscribe if you agree.
With Pokemon, even diehard fans have said it's a nice parody or take on the series. Also, to clarify, you can be a fan of Pokemon and be a fan of Palworld, or you can like Pokemon and not like Palworld at all.
Crazy.
There's a difference between being a fan and being a fanboy who scales.
Right, guys, random tweet. Let's fucking go, lads. Let's fucking go. I'm here. I've never been more back, gamers. The same with Castle. I'm giving 2 Canadian Canuck bucks. Zangoose pulling up with an AK-47. Yes. It's killing all the survivors. It's a survivor shooting, gamers. That feeling when you and your cousin are the exact same proportions. Palworld and Pokemon Luxray. Also, they were a Luxray model and one of the Pokemon from Palworld are the exact same design. Crazy. A reset error request. I don't know that I would say that they're a good match, but the meshes and fine geometry and the whiskers and the hair are the same in the general places. So this is someone making the comparison that a lot of the Pokemon literally are just ripped. They are literally just ripped, yes. I'm doing this because I think it's how disgusting how much Palworld glorifies animal abuse. What are you... boycott... Like... Okay, Demeech, what's wrong? Like, actually, what's up with you? You killed I Love Nintendo 999 for this. Like... This is the worst you could come up with, Demeech. Is somebody saying that the designs seem like they're very clearly ripped, and someone just saying, yeah, I don't really like the animal abuse factor, which is a bit... a little cringe. But either way, it's not like again, if you're gonna highlight one tweet, that's the thing I can't stand about the tweet. If you're gonna kill one person, this is the one person who does highlight. It's just someone clearly showing that the designs are like the designs might as well just be straight rips, and then someone maybe being a tad bit, maybe being a mild bit soy, but they're not wrong. You know, it is a bit weird that you can just straight up shoot animals. You know, it's a bit weird. I don't think there's much other games that let you do that. But this is the guy. This is the guy, Demeech. I Love Nintendo 999 did not die for this. He died for a better critic, Demeech, all right? And if you're going to come back this Demeech December, you need to be better than this, okay? You need to be better with this, all right? Palworld glorifies animal abuse, and they're okay with Pokemon. True. Definitely a bit of cognitive dissonance from this fella, but... of all the tweets to highlight, Demeech, when you highlight a tweet, I want to see the glaziest, the hateriest. I want to see Nintendo Soyboy 62. I want to see I Love Nintendo 99's evil brother. That's what I want to see. But instead, you show me this guy just being a mild bit cringe. Just like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Six. What is that? Is that 6? Is that more? Is it euros? It's 6 euros. Thank you so much, Rand. Random person makes a legitimate criticism, showing a rip details to me. Oh, what a shit! I know, right? It's like, what's the point? Wait, guys, we're gonna don't worry. We will detox with some I Love Nintendo 999 content after, okay? Yeah, I want some glazed Dunkin' Donuts takes. If you're gonna highlight one person. Unreal behavior, guys. We're halfway to the goal, by the way. If you want to do like a Mario Kart tournament next week, it'd be a bit of fun, a bit of variance, you know. Do something a little different. Might do some Mario Party after. We'll do a bit of a gaming stream.
some models in Palworld to try to make a fake statement. You're not gonna hear stuff like models in Palworld to try to make a fake statement.
I did ask, does Demeech like draw? Because like as we saw from I Love Nintendo 1999, Demeech like was into drawing. Like he drew his own like end stills, his own, like he drew like the Merry Christmas card. Is this what Demeech is drawing these days? Is this what Demeech? You took I Love Nintendo 99's art direction and sullied it. What's happening here, Demeech? You killed it. I Love Nintendo. I just love saying that name, I'm going to be honest. I just love saying the name I Love Nintendo 1999 because it's such a classic internet type name. Brother.
Statement. You're not going to hear stuff like, that cheeky bastard escaped the Pokeball in a Pokemon.
Again, it's where is it? Chat, where is it? It's literally just this. Where is it, chat? This is the game says cheeky bastard. I love it now. This is literally all it is. Oh my god. Watch Breaking Bad, Demeech, okay? Watch Breaking Bad. More Carson, brother. You're raining down the money upon me. Yes, your 10th super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't worry, I'll do a seance to bring like I Love Nintendo 99. I'm being honest. I'm just trying to find the tournament. Thank you so much. I'm like halfway there. I will like continue the goal next stream. Like, so if we hit like 10 out of 15, I'll do like 5 next stream, if that makes sense. I'll continue the goal so we can fund it. So don't worry. There's no like artificial scarcity. We'll do it one more stream. Don't worry about it. But thank you so much.
Game. But honestly, the gameplay is what kept me the most engaged. The edgy moments were a nice touch. There's a game truly special here, and I could see it staying relevant. With something like Pokemon Go...
I wonder, Demeech, do you know what I want you to do, Demeech? I want you to tweet out your Palworld playtime. Like, and I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna boot up the game so it says last play today. Don't you fucking? I know you're gonna. You fucking cheeky little bastard. You are. I Love Nintendo 99. Bastard. You bastard. So, you beautiful bastard. So you beautiful bastard. Oh no! How did Demeech kill? He took him out back. That's what he did. He took him out back and said, "You must go now." It was Demeech's fury. It was Demeech's fury. That's what took him from us. Once I Love Nintendo 99 died, Demeech's fury took over.
That was a cool novelty, but nothing more. Hence why the fad ended shortly after. But Palworld is so much more than just Pokemon with guns, and could easily become the next Fortnite. Palworld has won
easily. Hang on,
guns, and could easily become the next Fortnite.
Now, guys. I would give Demeech some leeway if this was like 2020, 2019. For the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, in the big 2024, when Fortnite is already a behemoth of a video game, do you know what this feels like, Demeech? Do you know what this feels like? So, I know you guys, not too many people are into football, or soccer. But whenever like there's a young player who's playing like pretty solidly, like a 15, 16-year-old, everyone, he's the next Messi, he's the next Cristiano Ronaldo, he's the next Messi, he's the next Ronaldo. It's that's the same energy I'm getting from you, Demeech. Game becomes mildly viral. It's the next Fortnite, guys. It's the next. It's what happens with guys. It's what happens with shooters. X Defiant was the most recent example. It's the COD killer. It's gonna kill COD every time a shooter comes out. It's the COD killer. It's the COD killer. He's doing it. Oh, Demeech. I'm never taking business advice from you, fella. Invest in Palworld stocks, guys. Invest.
Palworld has won this Trash or Treasure Battle Royale.
Crazy.
And for our next battle, Pokemon Scarlet faces an opponent that's closer to its level. Tune into the next episode of Trash or Treasure Battle Royale, where Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will battle against Pokemon Sword and Shield. Which is the better game? Or the better question, which one is worse? So what do you guys think? Do you like Palworld, or do you think it's overhyped?
He cancelled that one, by the way. I would have said Mr. Chicken, you have to link me that, okay? Skull having to fight everyone. Is this Zozim? The next listen, Zozim, do you know what it is? The next time you think about posting that John Wick image with like all the guns pointing at him, how it feels to like DP1 in Mario Kart, I want you to think of me, Zozim, okay? How it feels to like Scarlet, unironically really enjoy Scarlet and Violet. Because sometimes I feel that way, man. Because I just love these games, man. I just love them, man.
Let me know in the comments. And
I'm okay if people didn't. Crazy, Demeech, crazy how that works, isn't it? If someone said they didn't like Scarlet and Violet, that's fine. There's a lot of flaws in that game. I fucking loved it though, man. This is a shame. This is a shame.
always, keep calm and dada on.
Keep calm and oh! Keep calm and dada on, huh? Oh, Demeech. Me when I like video game. Let's have a quick scroll. I want to have a quick scroll through the fucking the live chat replay now for the direct. I would have loved to have seen the Scarlet and Violet one. Oh, why did he cancel it? Why did he cancel it, man? I would love to have seen it. Let's do some investigation, chat. Let's do some investigation, okay? Let's see if he said it. Did Demeech have any crazy takes in his chat? Is there going to be anyone here that we recognize? Let's see. I'm curious. I wonder if I'm going to see Cast Form in here. I wonder. You never guess what my favorite mainline Pokemon is, Arceus. It's probably Soul Silver because that's the first one you played, right? I'll take Mobile Slop over new Switch Pokemon games. Oh man, the hate is crazy. The hate is Demeech. You'd rather mobile game? I don't even believe you when you say that. And there was no PD in this one. I don't even believe you. He's talking about the Samsung Galaxy S. He's a Samsung Galaxy guy. I'm ashamed to share the same phone as you. Oh, CJ, thank you so much for the Zar, brother. What makes Demeech funny is that he used the community tab like Twitter. The Bravo 6. Going dark. Let's have a look. I wish we could sort these by like the oldest. Tonight's stream's gonna be very special. Super Mario Jamboree. Should we have a look at his stream, guys? Demeech December. Where's the shipping one? That was probably the funniest one I saw. Surely if we scroll back from a lot of brothership ones. Oof, it's been a slow start. Yeah, almost as if you're playing an RPG, fella. Like, he was really hamming up the brothership. Like, you know what I think he was doing? Oh, I'd rather be playing Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Brother. The fact that it's been 8 hours and there's only one bros attack. Barley. Why does he spell it? Why does he spell it like that? Like, most phones have autocorrect now, Demeech. Like, my spelling is atrocious as well, don't get me wrong. My favorite button to press on Discord is the edit button. So I can edit the text. Like, Barley, though? Brother. Barley December. So the GameCube Pro controllers? Hang on. Let's do some more sleuthing. Let's go to the Gator Garage. How much is it? 96 bones! Dumb, what? You're gonna go out of business with these prices, lad. God damn! He makes custom stuff? I mean, fair dues, but shit, custom. 120 bones? That's on sale? I do like the clear ones, to be fair. They do look pretty alright. God damn. I can't be buying that, Demeech. I can't be buying that. Innovating new way. Hang on, I missed the super gel. Let me go back. Slurpy the dog. I saw your 5 earlier. I just kind of slipped me by. Thank you so much. I'm not convinced that tweet came across his timeline. Hang on. I'm not convinced that tweet even came across his timeline. He totally searched for it. He did. He probably did, didn't he? He was lazy. He was a lazy bastard. Oh man, thank you so much, bro. He's innovating new ways. You gotta. He's an innovator. At least Demeech is an innovator. We can say that much. I mean, I do like the looks of some of these, but 120 bones, Demeech? You switched out the Joy-Cons so they don't drift. What if one of these drifted, Demeech? Would I be able to... Well, hang on, I can make 3 payments using Klarna? Gamers. Do we buy Demeech's Joy-Cons to review? It's too much money. I can't even impulse buy them. A glow-in-the-dark King Burmigo? Guys, I might start an Etsy shop now. I'm convinced. Demeech cons, as in it's a con. Too much money, guys. There's so much money. You guys are so generous. The Joy-Cons are more expensive than the ones at Walmart. I know, right? But no, but it's Demeech though, Saul. It's Demeech. Okay, pink gold Demeech. Zozim, give me the review. Give me the review, okay? Oh, hang on, guys. Oh, hang on. Here's the best one. Here's the best one. Pause the sneaking music, gamers. I saw this one earlier come across my timeline. You guys aren't ready for this. You guys are not ready for this. Right after this dono. So I don't interrupt myself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Demeech making a community post comparing SV to Sparks of Hope, saying that Pokemon coasts off brand loyalties if Mario vs. Rabbids doesn't require it. Yeah, but like, listen, it's different. It's different. Cosmo is different. It's different. Okay, it's different. All right. He likes the game, therefore. It's different. But guys, hang on. You guys aren't ready for this. You guys are not ready for this peak comedy. Okay. Because when I saw this come across my timeline before I even scrolled this, okay? Go on, Gories! Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll be doing a gaming stream next week, okay? We'll do some Mario Kart and we'll do a random Mario Party. I don't know. Do I have Jamboree? I don't even have Jamboree. I will buy a copy of Jamboree with all the money you've given me. And we'll play some Jamboree, okay? We'll do a couple of rounds of Jamboree. We'll do that. How about that? Gaming is back. Gaming is back, gamers. We'll do it. But okay, here we go. Let me set up now. Let me set up the bit for the editors. Let me set up the bit. So gamers, I saw this, okay? I saw this in my... This came up on my homepage when I signed this to the channel, okay? I don't know if you... I want you guys to be honest. I want you guys to be dead honest with me, okay? You need to be honest. It only works if you're honest with me. I saw this, okay? If the review scores of Mario Luigi Brothership concern you, remember, this banger of a game also got some negative reviews. Pretendos would rather get a PS5 Pro. I thought he was saying pretendos in what, like pretendo, post-tendo? But no, that's a slander name for people who pretend to be Nintendo fans. And I'm just like, what? Am I old, chat? I did not know that was a word. I legit had no idea that was a word you used to slot. Pretendos? Chat, surely one of you guys have heard that word before. There's no way. There's no way. Are we all just getting old? Am I a pretendo? Okay, so Brad is chronically online enough. I've never heard of that. Who pretends to be a Nintendo fan? I've never heard of this. Legitimately, never. Is it a Harmon Smith thing? Oh, Harmon Smith. Listen. Let's just say, listen, me and Harmon Smith, the Harmon Smith Sir Mercy situation. I've got some stuff prepared, gamers. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I never knew that. I never really knew that. So he finally got Brothership. Let's have another scroll, shall we? Can we stop pretending 76 is a bad score? Yeah, like what? You know what? Yeah, I didn't even notice the post neither. Generally favorable. Like it says the word is generally favorable, and also. Like, this game just isn't for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't really that interested in this. Like, I am the kind of person who would be like, I'm okay, thank you. You know? Hello, Bamberg. You can't pay me enough to be a Pretendo fan. Nah, listen, you love Nintendo, Bamberg. You love Nintendo, okay? Ooh, you can watch Game Grumps on your Nintendo Switch. So, let's go. Oh no, chat. He's an AI guy. Demeech, no. Hang on, what's this? I got a few comments disapproving my use of Bing AI to showcase the concept of 3D Mario Kingdom in the Philippines. I can see why, to be honest. From now, I'll leave the AI to Glorb. Do you think people were pissed that you were using the wrong AI or using AI in general, Demeech? What? Do you really think that's what people were annoyed about? He apologized for the wrong thing. People were just upset that you're probably just using AI as a whole because it just looks really uncanny and shit. Like, people generally just aren't big on this. If anything, Demeech, you could have used the money that you make from the Gator Garage and the YouTube revenue to pay an artist to do the concept for you. That's something I would do. I can't wait till I have enough YouTube money to start paying artists to do concept stuff for me, because I want that. Okay, I want art. I want all of the art gamers. I love artwork. I love commissioning artists and paying them for their time. Anyone remember this banger of a cartoon? Is that the NFT monkey? Guys, am I tweaking? Is that Hitler? Is that Hitler, Charlie Chaplin, the NFT monkey? Bored Ape Scott. Yo, what's up, Albert Boris? One of the Mario made in the Philippines would be a banger concept. Yeah, but listen, Albert. Do you know what? I need you to post that in a community post and use AI. Would you, Albert? Would you do it, Albert? I need to know, is Albert Boris an AI Boris or the real Boris? Would you post AI slop on the community tab, Boris? That's what we need to know, okay? Or would you pay an artist like the American way, like the God-given American way? What would you do? What would you do? It looks like an NFT cartoon, but why did you have to remind me of this? What's it called? Is that show still going? Oh man, when will you stop talking about this thing? And then, okay, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of had to chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of had to, if he's watching in the chat right now, hello 3DS fan 2002, I had to hide you from the channel because you were being really weird. It seemed like on any comment, you kept spam commenting on my comment section, stuff like this, and I'm just like, grass, please. Slurpee though, thank you so much. The American bones. Explaining the Demeech iceberg. I think Minister Chicken, make that video and I want to steal it, okay? Let's continue scrolling for a bit more. Kind of tempted to get that pink gold Demeech amiibo. I feel like it'd be a fun novelty to own. Zozim, you gotta do some more work for me, okay? And I'll pay you the money to get it. How about that? You gotta do some more work for me. I do have some more work for you. I need to talk to you about that. So maybe you'll have enough money. I found one of the hang on, chat. Is this another rabbit hole I need to explore for the next segment of Demeech December? Demeech historians, please help. Is there a Demeech cinematic universe? Have we stumbled upon something crazy here? Hang on, chat. This calls for some appropriate music, okay? It's getting tense. It's getting tense here, guys. One of the funniest Demeech clones, Hostess Orange Cupcake Demeech, is indeed Reese. Hostess Orange Cupcake Are we into the Demeech verse? What does the orange cupcake have to do with anything? Is there more Demeech clones? Any updates on the Billy Dog situation? Who the hell is Reese? Who the hell is Billy Dog? Harmon Smith to me? Who the hell is Harmon Smith Demeech? He's only got one community post and that's it. Is that it? Or have you got, like, is he an actual channel? Hang on. Oh no, I got Harmon Smith. Where's Harmon Smith Demeech? Is it on a channel? Or is this the only thing? It's the only thing on his channel. Our friend Yellow Demeech has passed on. Okay, who the fuck is Yellow Demeech? I'm getting nothing for Yellow Demeech. What, except why do people hate Demeech? But I think we saw that. Go to channels, guys. We're doing some exploring. No results found. He's actually dead. Good lord, what is happening in here? I'm lost. I'm confused. And I'm lost. And I'm confused. I think I saw a couple of Reese videos on Brothership. And he seems fine. Is Reese chill? Okay, fair. Thank you for the 5, man. The Demeech multiversal variants and the 7 colored Arlos. Oh man. And then what's it? It's like one of those epic rap battles of history, Slurpee, where it'll be those two rapping, and then the Mosquire cinematic universe comes in out of nowhere as the 3rd secret rapper. That'd be amazing. Okay, I might have to look into it. It's 7 Demeech in hand. Shut up. Shut up. Let's do a little bit more scrolling. Oh shit, I closed out the tab, my bad. Let's do a little bit more explore. We gotta go from the top though, sir. We need the evil twin brother of Demeech. We need, you know what we need, Albert? We need like evil twin brother of Demeech, except it's just him in a black shirt and that's it. Like it's the same, do you know, like proper Linkara, nostalgia critic-esque like skits. Whoa, what are you doing here, evil Demeech? Hi, it's me, evil Demeech. I was gonna call myself Demeech Nigger, but I didn't want to risk accidentally slipping up. That was a good call, Demeech. I think that was a good call, evil Demeech. I think you should go with evil Demeech pedal. So you call, I can say that. Shut up. Best error for Mario. Oh, I wonder if the Wii is gonna win. I wonder if the childhood is gonna win. Oh. Crazy, okay. Recency bias wins instead of nostalgia bias. Interesting. If you ask me. Gotta be the game, listen, the GameCube had Mario Strikers and Melee. But it did have Mario, you know what, actually the Wii. I'm gonna go the Wii. Riders, who's this guy? Okay, this is someone I've seen him mention in a lot of gamers. Demeech Storians. Riders DX. Is he chill? I really don't get it. Take my goddamn money. It's time. Is this next for Sonic? How did this happen? Does Mephiles have a future? Sonic will never be the same. Some of you guys, I recently started a full-time job outside of YouTube towards the end of August. I realized it wasn't feasible to manage YouTube. I had to start full-time all at once. So I spent my 2 weeks in and got all in with YouTube. Wait, so he's doing this full-time? Well, firstly, well done, Demeech. Well done. Anyone who can do this full-time, I respect it. But, Demeech, how are you supposed to do this full-time when you haven't released a fucking video in like a month, Demeech? Even I'm not that bad. Like, it might take me like a week or so, but like a month, Demeech? And the most recent video was basically like a glorified podcast? And then like a clickbait Mario Jamboree review? Demeech. You gotta stop. Where's the slop at, Demeech? You gotta, hey. Come on. You gotta give me more. You gotta give me more. Okay, you gotta give me more. More than this. Is 1K views enough to live off? I don't think so. If my analytics are anything to go by, probably not the downfall of Demeech. No, Demeech, you gotta start stepping up the content, okay? I need some more Demeech tent from you, okay? Are you cooking up the next bit of lore? Is that what's happening?